Hello and welcome to yet another tutorial of Project Succession, where I showcase you Project Succession, a pipeline automation tool which works on triggers versus actions, and all of that is orchestrated in node networks. This tool, in general, check it out. It is free to check out under cg-jm.com/project-succession. You also find the link in the description, but in general, let me just quickly tell you about the feature I wanted to show you today. Unfortunately, or fortunately, there's like multiple opinions out there. We are living in the world of AI, and this is something which we cannot really ignore in our day-to-day workflows anymore. At least I cannot. It's just everywhere. So what I wanted to show you today is the AI or like LLM capabilities of Project Succession. And the very first, Project Succession comes with a little MCP. So I'm in Claude Code here. I can just ask Claude, like, hey, can you give me a list of all your succession tools? So I have installed the Succession MCP server, which is just a little standalone binary. And it can use this to get all the available MCP tools. And you see there's quite a bit of them. So you can modify and create graphs just with Claude or with any other with any other AI which is MCP capable and can use tools. So this is like all the node operations, right? And the graph operations. You can also deploy graphs. You can tear them down. You can even write custom Python nodes, and you can manage your solutions. You can also manual fire a trigger, or get the last execution data of a run. Going back to Project Succession, this is free for everyone. Like the free tier has this available, but also the like individual tier 2 already. So this is not something you would need to pay extra for. The studio tier, though, when you actually are no longer on the individual tier, but go into the studio tier, you not only get an external MCP, but you can actually directly in Project Succession in the settings, if you look for assistant, link any AI into your Project Succession workspace directly. So in my case, I'm using Gemma 4. It's a local LLM run through Olama, right? You could also use LM Studio, or you can obviously just use an API key from Anthropic or from OpenAI. And then in this case, it will probably, it has a bunch of models I could select here from Anthropic. Let's remove this because I want to stay on Olama, just because it's cheaper. And then once I have this, I can go here into the Assistant tab and actually get information about my currently running graph, right? So if I go into the deployment overview, okay, there's nothing deployed right now. Why isn't this graph deploying at the moment? Never mind. What definitely works is you can, I think there's a bug in this graph which basically forbids from deploying it. You can actually just say, hey, give me the documentation of my currently selected node. And it has access to the documentation. It also has access to your current selection. So it's a little bit like Cursor for code, just for your node network. So it now gets the selected nodes, and then it gets the node documentation, and it says, okay, you're actually having selected the conditional polling trigger. It has these parameters, inputs, outputs. What can I do with it? And let's just see, like it's classic. Like there's nothing innovative or new about this. Yeah, it tells you, hey, this is a watcher node, a trigger node, which you could do app API monitoring, what we're actually doing here. You can system inference, yeah, you can do a lot with this monitor conditional trigger node. So let's see if it has also answers for this one here. And this is really good for explaining your graph. If you have a better AI, not just Gemma 4, but if you have a better AI, you could even make it create graphs. Gemma 4, I had to say, like, hey, this is not really a good AI. It doesn't really work well with the tools in that context. You see, like it already did the right thing up here, and down there it now starts failing. This is though purely dependent on the model you have linked, right? So yeah, this is just the little feature I wanted to show you real quick. It's really helpful if you have bugs and you just want to quickly debug your branch, right? Like you can just ask it, hey, here's my logs. It even has access to the logs, right? You can just say, hey, what is failing in this graph? And it usually, depending on the AI, can figure it out. I hope you like this feature and have a nice one. Cheers.